How to tell when the sweet and innocent friend is actually a snake with 100% accuracy. Let's play a game of bum 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 bum. Is the sister gonna be evil? Think fast. Is she evil or is she not? If she has blonde hair, that's already an 80% chance that she's a white lotus. But please do not confuse this with white hair. The result is going to be completely different. However, there are a few exceptions, such as the sister from Villainess streamer, who's also a blondie. So hair color is not a 100% determinant. For those who don't know, a white lotus is a female character who seems sweet and innocent on the outside, but is actually cruel and manipulative for the sake of attracting men, otherwise known as a two-faced bitch. We absolutely cannot have a White Lotus video without mentioning Rashta. But before you come at me saying that Rashta isn't actually evil, which I do agree with, but this video is more about the author's intentions and noticing patterns and tropes to predict when the author will make a pure innocent girl into a villainess. The easiest way to tell is by looking at the art. If there's even just one panel where her eyes look a little bit suspicious, even just a tiny microscopic side eye, chances are that she's a white lotus. But if there are multiple ominous panels, it starts becoming more and more obvious. All it takes is just one panel without the flower borders and the pretty special effects, and it's like, oop, she's gonna be evil, isn't she? On the other hand, if she has shorter hair, she's usually a good person. Personality-wise, if she becomes the female lead, fangirl, and one-dimensional cheerleader, she's not a white lotus. She is just an empty shell. She's just a good person. If the female lead is immediately suspicious of her or even hates her, yup, that's the villainess, alright. Cause if she wasn't, then MC would have to own up to her false accusations. And we know girl boss can't do that. So hey, wouldn't it be just easier to make Rashta evil? If the other girl shows even just a hint of intelligence, chances are that she's not a white lotus. But it really does depend on the type of intelligence being shown. Cause if it's about helping other people, this can honestly go either way. So it really doesn't mean anything. If the story paints her as a victim, she's not a white lotus. Especially if she was being abused by a man, not including family members. If she shows up in the beginning and then puff, she's gone, she's not a white lotus. Nice female characters tend to be stored on a shelf for most of the manhwa, only to show up again when MC needs some help, because they just don't cause enough drama. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go through some different tropes within the White Lotus trope. And yes, it's very specific, alright. First up, the psychopath White Lotus trope. People eat this up, mostly because they're just less annoyingly evil and more justified. Also, some people just like yanderes. If there's gonna be a snake, then we want an interesting snake. These characters tend to be a little bit delusional, but at least they're not completely stupid. Prime examples are Reese from Not Your Typical Reincarnation Story and Songyeon from Trapped in a Soap Opera. Secondly, the stupid, one-dimensional, man-obsessed White Lotus. Oh, people hate this. Like, if you're an author, please don't make a character like this. This type of White Lotus either makes you develop a rage that forever alters your genetic code, or makes you simply drop the webtoon. Third, we have the rival White Lotus, otherwise known as the classic White Lotus. I don't really have a problem with this, even though I really don't like love triangles. Lastly, we have the misunderstanding White Lotus, where she starts off as a genuinely sweet person until someone drives a wedge between them, which makes her temporarily evil. Notably, Maria from I'm a Villainess but I Won't Live Like One. Well, wasn't that a long journey? Sub if you want to watch me analyze more manhwa tropes. Yay! おかわいいこと